glad you said that because it's like that's one thing you can give up and quit on is worrying. You could say, well, this circumstance is not going right for me. You could decide to quit worrying about it and just let God take care of it, or just let it work itself out, or be patient. Maybe this thing may not work out for me right at this second, but I can choose to quit letting all the burdens on top of me.
Hey everybody. How's it going? I'm Bianca and this is Unadulterated, and Teddy.
What's going on, everybody? We back again live.
Yep, so glad to be back with you guys again. Just to, I guess, talk with you guys and discuss another topic.
So what's the topic tonight?
You want to jump right into the topic, or you want to like tell how's your week been going and stuff?
Man, this been a long. Well, the time wise, it's been going by fast, but it's been a long week. Just been going through some trying stuff, man.
Yeah,
Frustrating stuff.
I think everybody is going through some frustrating stuff. Scoot over a little bit so we can see your face.
What, the unadulterated thing is blocking me?
Oh, your title. There you go. I see you now.
What? Which way I gotta go?
Yeah, you good right there.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But
They
yeah,
always block my face.
I'm sorry. I might move that for you.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, I totally understand. So yeah.
So how was your week? What's today? Wednesday?
Wednesday, the week really wasn't that good. It's kind of like last week is kind of flowing into this week. And well, there were some highlights, I will say, but you know, as far as the week as a whole, 50-50.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah. So yeah, we can just go ahead and talk or discuss the topic. I had a question for you.
What's the question?
Like, if somebody wants to give up, or if I want to give up, why shouldn't I give up?
That's a very vague question because when you say give up, what do you mean by give up? Like, are you talking about like check out of here, get like
I mean,
give up?
well, everybody's give up is not the same, so don't even. Maybe maybe somebody's give up would be to check out. So what I mean is, a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff right now: deaths in the family, sickness, loss of job, loss of income, just trials and relationships. So many different things we can name, right? And it's just like you feel like it's only so much that you can take. So you're wondering, like, you know, hey, I just want to give up. So I'm asking you, or maybe even in business, I'm trying to make this work. I'm trying to make everything get lined up. Nothing's seeming to work. I give up.
Exactly. Well, I mean, that's why I asked that question because everybody's idea of giving up is different. Like to me, giving up is when you threw in the towel. There ain't no more in you. There ain't nothing more to do. I'm just done.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I'm saying, is that okay to do? What do you think?
To throw in the towel, like commit suicide.
What? Why you have to not commit suicide, but say, okay, I've been trying hard to, walk or live a life that's pleasing to God, just say, or, walk the straight and narrow, even if I'm not a Christian, don't matter. I've been trying hard to do all this stuff, not breaking the law and all that crap, but I keep running into, these adversities, these challenges, opposition. And so now it's like, to me, the give up is like, let me just stop trying altogether.
I mean, to me, it ain't always necessary like give up, like I'm finished. But sometimes you just need to fall back. Like every once in a while, you might, like you say, you feel like okay, this ain't working out for me. Maybe I need to regroup and just chill for right now. Maybe I want to start the business, but right now is not the moment. Let me just sit back and chill and not do nothing.
So the fall, when you say fall back, it's not necessarily giving up. It's just you taking a step back to assess your situation. You're looking at things and trying to see like maybe maybe I shouldn't be putting all my focus on, maybe building my business. Maybe my focus should be centered towards something else, or maybe God is trying to get my attention to do something different now, or do nothing, maybe just to listen to him. And so I don't have to always be doing something every day, pressing towards this goal. Because I know you were talking the other day about, motivational speakers and stuff. And what were you saying about that?
Oh, nah, I just don't like, and this is just my pet peeve. I watch a lot of YouTube and stuff, and you see these people get up there, and they're like super successful, and they always talking all that. Well, I got this goal, and I make sure every minute of my day is productive, and if I'm not making this kind of money in this time, then it's a loss, and I'm always trying to grow every second of the day. And to me, you full of crap. Like, there is no way you can live this life and every second of your day is perfect and going smooth and you're productive. There's just gonna be times where you're gonna miss it.
And it's kind of like, you think like it's painting this false picture that, oh, first of all, every day is productive. Every day I'm going to get something out of it. Some days you actually experience discouragement and depression, and maybe you have a loss in your family, or a lost job, or a lost income, whatever. And it's just really not possible to be productive that day. And it makes no sense, or to paint this, or even to put myself or position myself higher than another, to act as if I'm always productive. It doesn't matter what happened. You fall, you get up, you get right back up, and you keep.
Yeah.
That's what you hear all the time, like a coach. You just keep going, you keep going, you keep going, but you can't keep going. And then think about, if you keep going, when do you ever have the opportunity to even assess the situation or hear from God and say, okay, am I going in the right direction, or have I been going backwards this whole time? Just because it seems like it's working doesn't mean it's working either. So there are different times when success is really not there, where you feel like you're doing the right thing and it looks like it's working, so it means it's right. And then other times when nothing you do will produce the goal that you set.
I mean, I agree with you on that one, but I think there is such times in your life where giving up is not a bad idea, because it sounds bad, it sounds crazy, but most of us have ideas or dreams that are not realistic. Like, for one, you may have an agenda and you ain't never approached God about it. It's just, oh, I want to be in a certain place, but God never said he wanted you to be there. Or you set an unrealistic goal for yourself, and maybe you do have to give up on that particular goal.
Yeah, and I'm happy that you said that giving up really isn't a bad idea sometimes. People who go to work every day, 9 to 5, it's quitting time somewhere in there. So maybe you have been productive somewhere in the year, and then it's time to sit back and get a rest. It's okay to do that. Society paints this picture that you have to be on the go, constantly putting your hand to the plow, you know what I'm saying? But it's not always harvest time then, you know what I'm saying? You can't, somewhere in there it's quitting time, and you need to take a step back. And so, okay, I've worked 9 to 5. I'm tired, I need rest. That's where in his weakness, we're made most strong. Or, excuse me, he's never weak. Forgive me, y'all. It's in our weakness that he is made most strong. And so it's okay to give up. And actually just to turn it all over to him and cast your cares on him, and then learn to live a life that's leading in faith. You know what I mean? Like, where you're just constantly trusting in him instead of all of the things that it looks like around you and all the things that people say you should be doing.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because it's like, that's one thing you can give up and quit on, is worrying. You could say, well, this circumstance is not going right for me. You could decide to quit worrying about it and just let God take care of it, or just let it work itself out, or be patient. Maybe this thing may not work out for me right at this second, but I could choose to quit letting all the burdens on top of me.
That's amazing, like being patient in tribulation, and then not worrying, because God tells us, his word tells us that what can worry add to your life? Like, what is worrying about it going to do? And then also, every day pretty much will take care of itself. for you not to be worrying about tomorrow. A lot of these goals that we set go beyond today, which is realistic and makes sense. I understand we want a goal. We have goals for our family and for our personal lives, but you know, the truth is a lot of stuff we can't handle beyond today. We don't even have control of today. We don't have control of the next second.
Exactly. I know from my own personal experience, I'm not going to say what I was worrying about, but it was something that I was racking my brain about that I wanted to accomplish so bad. And it was like, I was really putting that pressure on myself. Like, man, I got to do this. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. And it was like day in and day out was going by. And even though I have a good day, I wouldn't enjoy it because I had all this on my mind. Like, man, this goal is something that I want to do, but I'm not getting there. But when I chose to give it up and say, I'm not even going to stress that situation no more. If it come to me, it's going to come. And it's amazing that as soon as I made that decision, doors for that particular thing start to open up. It opened up in a different way that I wanted it to, but it still pretty much manifested itself without me even have to stress myself once I gave up and made the decision this is not something that I'm going to burden myself about no more.
So when you gave up, did you like say like, okay, God, you handle it, or what did giving up look like to you?
I mean, it wasn't nothing. See, that's the thing about religion. That's why we talk on this channel a lot. Like religion always make it seem like it's some, and excuse me for saying it's some hocus pocus stuff where you always got to do some dramatic stuff. I got to throw some anointing oil on me. I got to fall all out and do all this crazy stuff. Nah, I ain't do all that. I just kept it real. I said, yo, I'm sick of this. You know what? Yo, this is bugging me out right now. And I ain't even dealing with that no more. And little by little, I stopped thinking about it less and less. And opportunities came when I least expected it. It didn't come how I was trying to go after it. It came on a lower scale, but even on the lower scale, it was more enjoyable.
Yeah, and that's even a big point that you're making, because when you said it didn't come the way you were going after it, our ways are not his ways, really. He can, if we yield and listen to him, you know, he can reveal to us his plan for our lives. And so with that said, you know, we can relinquish the control and begin to follow the way he intended for us to. But a lot of times, honestly, we're not really in tune with him that way to know, you know, what the plan is. And with that said, you know, like we could be going far left when we're thinking we're going the right way the whole time. It's because we never took a step back. Because, I can't let up. I can't let up. I can't let up. I got to be working 24 hours a day. I got to be doing something. If I don't do this, I guess align all these things that people say I should be doing if you're a man taking care of children, or and you got 50 jobs, or if you're a mother and I got to be doing all these different tasks to get this done, or business owner, whoever you are, you know what I'm saying, with your responsibilities, and pretty much having society put on all these weights of what you should be doing. And you never had the chance to just really sit aside and say, wait a minute, like, I don't have to do any of that stuff, you know.
Pretty much.
Let me just take a step back and then kind of see what is most important.
I mean, that's why most of us have the trouble that we have. We constantly burdening ourselves because we always putting extra stuff on top of us that we don't need to have. Like society may tell you, I need this big house. And normally with your normal income, you might not be able to buy that house, but you'll go get that second or third job or that second or third hustle to go get that house that you think you want. But then when you get it, now you up in the house, you always tired, you don't enjoy it. When it's time to clean it, you're complaining about it. When it's time to put a new roof on it, you complain about the price. But you wasn't really meant to really have that house, but you put the extra burden on yourself just because that's what life tell you, or society, or your friends, or peer pressure, whatever.
Yeah, like biting off more than we can chew. And it's not that God the first thing is, it's not that God doesn't want us to have everything, everything good. And it's not that he's not, predestined those things for us. But I do think that, just say me, I always use a parent because I'm a parent. So right now, my children are younger, not as young as some, but they're younger. And so this is the time where I can use to kind of raise them and teach them everything that I can think to teach them and, raise them up. And then, so I can't take on as many tasks as I could take on if I was, the children were grown. So in seasons when they grow or when they're grown, I can take on some other things, and it may not be in that time more than I can chew. Exactly. But right now, I can't take on those things. And so I think God is considerate of us enough to, not place those burdens on us, but we take those things upon ourselves.
Exactly. Definitely. I agree with you on that one. Yeah. And I mean, sometimes it's just wrong timing. Just like you said, we wait till a later date, you don't have, just because, like, me and you are fortunate. We're in our 30s. Just because I don't accomplish everything in my 30s doesn't mean I failed at life. It's just, now is not the time for me to get that business or to buy that house or to have this kind of car. Mm-hmm. But I have plenty of opportunity to get there.
Right. And so I guess back to the original question, why shouldn't I give up? And I think I got your answer. I think your answer is that it's okay to give up.
I mean, it sounds bad when you say it like that, but it's like some things you have to just put aside for a minute. Like,
yeah, lay aside every weight. Look,
there you go.
We take on all that stuff, and it's like, okay, it's okay to just let it go. Let it go. We understand you've had a loss in your family, you've lost your income, whatever it is. It's such a trying time, and it's like, nah, but I gotta be doing something. I gotta figure out a way to make this work. And nothing you try to do works. Nothing you can think of is working. And it's you trying to operate on your own power. That's what it is. So why shouldn't you give up? It's okay to take a step back and, assess the things, the situation, and, kind of give God what's God's.
Exactly.
He told you to cast it on him, but his burden was easy and his yoke was easy and his burden was like, you know what? I'm tongue-tied tonight and I'm losing all my words, but y'all get it.
Hey, it's called
everything.
It's called being an adult and having a job. So we're not fortunate that we, like some other people where they just do this and they make money off of this. Like, we got regular jobs.
Like, our brains continuously functioning right now all day long. So now at whatever time it is, what is it? 7:35. It's dead.
Like, hey, well, you know what time I've been up since. I've been up since 3. I worked 14 hours today.
Well, that's amazing. Today, I was up since like about 4. It's not a competition,
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, but anyway, I think that's a good topic to talk about because it's a lot of pressure in trying to uphold a certain look or, save face for people and make everybody think that everything is fine, and all along, it's not fine. You're trying to make your marriage work. You're trying to make your job work and all that stuff. You can't make it work. You can't make it work. You really don't have control over the situation. Even us, we have limited control over ourselves because, we can't breathe breath into our own body. We can't pick ourselves up. God had to do that. So we have a limited control, honestly.
But I do want to add another thing to that that's interesting. And this was not my idea, of course. I ain't all that good with it when it comes to that, the wisdom. But when you talk about quitting, it's like, let's use a situation or something that you want, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to take a step back and ask yourself, why do you want it? What? Why do you want it? Like, let's say there's a particular car that I want to buy, right? Mm-hmm. I can quit burdening myself, because that's the topic, right? Is it okay to quit? I can quit burdening myself to get this car that I really can't afford.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the motive? Why do I want that car so bad that I'm sitting here burdening myself to have it?
Oh, that's a great question. Like, are you doing that because to approve for other people to validate you,
Mm-hmm.
to feel good about yourself? Yeah, I'm so happy you asked that. What is the reason for you pushing towards this certain goal? Why do you want what
Exactly.
you say you want? That's a
Exactly.
great question.
I know for me, and I'm not going to say what it was, but the thing that I was chasing,
Mm,
in my heart, I had the goodness in my heart
yeah.
to do what I was doing. But really, if I really be honest with myself, I was really looking for attention and what people to be able to see what I do or my ability, almost like a talent show, or so people could see me. So I have to be real with myself and take a step back and say, you know what, I need to step back, because my real motives, even though I'm preaching to myself, I'm doing this for the right reason, but my real motive, when I really sought my heart, it
Mm.
wasn't for the right reason.
Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes we don't know until after. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because really, I feel like my heart is pure. I feel like, whatever I'm doing is a good intention, and it's good. But then when I look back and see what were all of those influences, causing me to make the decisions that I made, a lot of it were outside forces, outside influences that, trying to be validated, wanting approval, or wanting to look good, all that stuff, trying to pretty up a situation that was ugly. You know what I'm saying? When you have to just really realize all the stuff you're running away from. I don't know, this may not be your thing, but all of the stuff, the stuff that you're running away from that you've done maybe in your past or whatever, you may not identify with that now. However, you have to own that that was you at one time. You can't say, oh, Bianca of yesterday was not me. No, that's a part of you. You know what I'm saying? And you can take and grow
Yes.
from it, but you running into or signing up for something else just to try to pretty up a situation or pretty up something will not take away from the you of your past. You have to be able to accept yourself there, love yourself for who you were, whatever it is that you've done, and stop trying to cover it up, because really, we've all made mistakes. We've all done that, and so I guess if you can understand, it's like having a child and then you go get married. You know what I'm saying? To make it look acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marriage
Yeah.
may not be for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Or it's so many different things you could do to try to pretty.
Man,
It
that
goes so many ways.
we can go down that road all night, because a lot of us have. I feel like most people have good hearts for
Mm-hmm.
the most part, but we do have motives and an agenda sometimes
Excuse
that
me.
ain't so great.
Yeah. You want to tell us a story about it?
Oh, what
You want to
story?
take a story time break?
Story time break. You gotta be more specific. I got a lot of
No,
battle
no.
stories,
Well,
man.
we could just take a cut from that topic because I think we're pretty much done. Do you have any story that pops out that maybe relates, maybe doesn't? I don't know. We gotta lighten up a little
Um,
bit.
I'm gonna give y'all. I think, did I give that story before? I'm gonna give a story, and it kind of goes back to our topic, so it's not off topic really. I remember this was about 2 or 3 years ago. I had some construction people coming out to go do something with my house, right? And they was hitting me up on, saying that they had this big equipment they had to come in, but around the property there was a fence, and they couldn't get it. I guess they did Google Maps or something, or they sent somebody ahead to look, and they said, "Oh, we noticed you got a fence, and we can't get on the property with that fence." And I was like, "Oh shoot!" And this was like a Friday. They hit me up, and they was coming Monday. So they said, "Listen, you got to figure out some way to get this fence gone by Monday, because that's how we got to get in there." So I call a couple places in the phone book. Oh, you know I'm old school. I just said phone book.
Phone book?
Yeah. Well, it was at my mom's crib, so she had a phone book.
Oh Lord.
Yep. Hey, don't knock me. I'm 36 going on 65. Man. I'm old.
Clearly.
So I called a couple people and they quoted me some prices that was ridiculous. Like, I'm like, for real, just to move a fence a couple feet? And I was like, I ain't really got that kind of money like that. So it was a weekend. I just got to work. I was tired. I was like, yo, I don't want to be burdened with myself like this, man. I got this problem. I need it fixed, but I don't know what to do. So I literally, again, it wasn't no shouting, running down the aisle moment. I just was like, God, I don't know what to do with this. Mm-hmm. And I'm choosing, like we said, I said I was going to quit worrying about it. Just like what we said, quit. That's what I did. I quit worrying about it. And I said, Lord, whatever happens, I leave it up to you. You're going to help me figure this out. Friday goes by. It's Saturday morning. I get a call back from the guy who's going to make the delivery for the construction, right? And I'm already rolling my eyes. I'm like, oh, he's going to bother me again. Here we go. So he called me. He's like, yeah, I just noticed that you got that fence there. And I was like, yeah, I talked to your manager already about that. I'm going to go handle it. He said, did you find anybody? I said, no, they want stupid prices. He said, yeah, I figured that. But let me ask you a question. You mind if I move it for you? I was like, you willing to move it? He said, yeah, I got all that equipment in my truck and I'll take care of it. Just give me the okay to do it. I said, well.
Oh, no. I ain't trying to cut your story. Who that sound like? That sounds like God to me. I got all the equipment. You mind if I move it for you?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like that was something spiritually when I made the decision in myself to quit worrying about it and give it to him. And look what he sent. It didn't cost me a dime.
Yeah, but listen to the wording. Like, do you mind? He said, hey, you got this issue. You mind if I move it for you? And he's like, I got all the equipment. Just give me the okay to do so. That's cool right there. I like that. But what about, that's an amazing story. I just want to transition to my own, which I'm not going to tell the fullness of it. But just, what about the time?
Tell the fullness of mine, so it's all right.
Yeah. What about the time when you have to be told several times to put it down, to let it go, to let him handle it? What about those times? It's like me, I might be a little stubborn or something, a little hard-headed, because I've had to be told with this specific situation, like several times to put it down. That's all I'm saying. Like, so it was cool that you could just be like, okay, God, that's a great example, actually. It may be a fence that's not so big to somebody, but that means a lot to say, okay, God, you know what? I don't know what to do. And
exactly.
When you put it in his hands, leave it there. Actually leave it there. And he'll move it.
And you know what? Now that you said that, I did say that story in another video, but it's okay because I'm sure somebody else didn't hear it.
No, but it's even relevant to this situation about, giving up or, taking a step back, falling back. It's nothing you can do. So why are you still banging your head on this brick wall trying to make it work?
Exactly. And it worked itself out. I made the decision to quit worrying. So quitting ain't always bad.
Yeah, that's a great close to this topic, I think. And thanks for sharing that.
Hey, transparency is the best way, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'll just say I wish more people in church was like that. I remember back in the day when I was growing up, we used to have testimony service, and that was an opportunity where people could stand up and tell their testimony so people can be encouraged that God is still doing things and we ain't just talking out here.
Yeah, a lot of times get you about share their testimonies because they, it's everybody ain't for you. But see, the word says to share, you overcame and you overcame by the word of your testimony. That's how you overcome, by sharing in what God is doing, period, point blank. So there's not going to be somebody who's always happy for you that you came out of a certain situation or any of that. Okay, cool, all good. We know that everybody didn't love Jesus, but still thankful that, you know, or still being able to express your thanks for all the grace and mercy that he continues to show is very important. So anyway, I don't know if you don't have anything else to say. I just want to tell everybody thank you so much for tuning in, whether it be
Did
now.
anybody tune in? I can't see it on my end.
Well, in and out, but whether it be now or if you guys catch the replay, we're just appreciative of you guys checking us out and just following us. And hopefully you can start to comment and let us know what you think about the topics. And we look forward to seeing you guys live again next week. Be sure to subscribe to our channel at Unadulterated You on YouTube, and also our, what is it?
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram at Unadulterated You. We usually post more videos outside of the live, so just stay tuned, and we look forward to hearing from you all.
Yeah, we post way more on YouTube, so definitely check that out.
Yeah.
The live is a once in a while thing.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll be back next time. Until then,
y'all be blessed.